Hello, beautiful souls. I am excited to share one sample piece of an audiobook series I had done a few years ago now. I am sharing this here because one thing I am trying to do more of on this channel is provide audio stories for those who enjoy just listening to this type of format. This sample piece is from the first book in Diana L. Wicker's Age of Awakening series. There are 3 books in total for sale on Amazon, as well as audiobook format narrated by yours truly. If you're a fan of fantasy or perhaps have young children, this is a wonderful set of stories filled with adventure, dragons, love, twists, and of course, excitement. I really hope you enjoy and find yourself purchasing either the books or the audiobooks. I have linked all 3 in the description box below, and all 3 have audio samples for those who are more of the audiobook type. Thank you for your support. And now, here is the sample from the first book, The Dreamweaver's Journey.
Nolan ran through the forest, mists as thick as cotton, tripping over roots and bumping into trees, trying desperately to keep the little wisp in sight, no longer able to hear Aideen. "Aideen!" he cried, terror overtaking him since he could no longer hear her. "Aideen, please answer me!" The wisp began to slow and then to stop, and Nolan sighed in relief as he realized he was gaining on the little light, that he must be nearly there. Stumbling over an unseen root, Nolan fell unceremoniously into a small clearing, mysteriously free of the mists. The clearing was a perfect circle, not 20 feet across, surrounded by ash trees, with a great oak draped in wild grape vines in the center. Through the curtain of vines, he could just see the blue light. "Aideen!" he called, pushing himself up and running towards the tree, but the vines rose up to meet him like giant snakes, living defenders of their new prize. Beyond them, he could see Aideen nearly encased by the vines. "Amplos," he muttered, eyes narrowing as he watched the vines swerve and hover in the air. "You'll not make a dryad of her!" he shouted as he pictured the flames in his mind and concentrated until his right arm was sheathed in fire to the elbow. Squeezing his eyes, he grimaced as he forced the flame into a ball and held it behind his head, ready to lob. "Release her or burn! I know you plant spirits, Hamadryad, and you will die as your home burns. I am sorry that your tree dryad has left you, but you'll not take her as a replacement." He walked forward boldly, flames burning nearly white-hot in his rage, and entered the circle of vines. The voice whispered to him now that he was in the clearing. "She is ours. She came when we called. We are lonely, so lonely. The trees have grown silent, and the unicorn sons and Pegasus daughters come no more. We only wanted the tree to live again." "I'm sorry for your loneliness, Amplos, but she's not for you. She's the Dreamweaver, and she's for the Guardians," he replied, the flames in his hand cooling to a gentle orange, still no less dangerous to the plant spirit. Quickly the vines retreated, dropping Aideen into the grass unconscious. The soft voice whispered, "The Dreamweaver." The forest had whispered that the lady was awakening the Guardians. "Perhaps the unicorn sons will come to play in our clearing again. Perhaps the trees will then awaken." Slowly Nolan let the fire fade. "Perhaps, Amplos, perhaps," he whispered as he knelt beside Aideen in the grass. She was pale and her breath shallow, but he could detect no permanent damage. Gently, he surrounded her with a healing spell before lifting her up. Cradled in his arms, he summoned the wisp again. "Find the sacred fire," he commanded, slowly, very slowly. "Do not lose me in the mists." Without hesitation, he left the little clearing, plunging into the mists behind the little blue ball of light to seek out the ancient road and the sacred fire.